All right, I saw this reaction yesterday and I thought the video was really good. And then I guess she realized that he had reacted to it because she's gone up like 30,000 subscribers since then. Before we actually watch the video, let's go on to Social Blade and we're looking for the background NPC. There she is, results from YouTube. And she had, let's see, a gain of 22,000 yesterday, and I guess 17,000 today. Is that what I'm seeing? Is that, yeah, that looks like to be what I'm seeing. So she's had a massive growth spike in subscribers since then. Let's see how it did. All right, let's see what she thinks.
Cooked. Like, I've never heard this girl talk before or say anything. I completely agree with everything
By the way, I did hear one of her videos before this one, and I thought it was really good.
she said. Oh wow, look at this. She only has 300.
God, she had 386 subscribers at that point. She has 44.8 thousand right now, and it's only going up. I loaded that a while ago. Yeah, 47.2. It's gone up 3,000 in like the half hour it's been since I loaded this, getting it ready.
100 subscribers.
My God.
Holy shit.
What a
Here, let me link you guys your video.
This is the growth that you dream of, by the way.
All right, so I was not expecting that. First of all, huge
congrats
thanks to Asmongold for somehow finding my video and then reacting to it, and to
I know it's funny what she just said right there. Let me just show real quick. So this is my like suggestion box here. Okay, Fox News, The Quartering. These are big channels. You go down just a little bit, you'll start to see like this one right here. This one has 261 views. They're starting to do that. They're starting to slip in an unknown person like within the first, let's say 9 of these videos. You can go on your own and check it out. And then like right over here, same deal, 23 views. Like everyone 3 million, 86K. I know Tectone. I know Charlie Kirk. Who is this? I have no idea. They've been doing that a lot lately. It's really cool for smaller creators like me, like her. She's not a small creator anymore. Gigantic now. Congrats.
Everyone who's here now because of that. I'm legitimately like brand new to YouTube, and I genuinely did not expect this video to get really any attention, much less blow up now the way that it has, but here we are.
This is proof right here that what Asmongold does is not a bad thing. Did he cannibalize her views because she had 300 subscribers? No, he did not. He brought a wave, a tsunami of an audience to her.
So before all this, it really was just me and my 300 Spartans holding the line in the comments section, and now it appears we've been overrun by roaches, which, by the way, you guys, some of the nicest roaches that I've ever met. Seriously, thank you so much for all of the encouragement and support. If you're not one of the original 300, that means that you're new here. So, hi, I'm very glad you're here.
I wasn't subscribed, but I'm also not new here. Like I said, I saw one of her videos like a couple weeks ago. Not a couple weeks. Let's see. Let's fact check myself. I'll go find the one that I saw. These are the only 4. Okay, it was, I want to say this one. I think it was this one. I don't know. Which one did I not see? I think it was that one, and then Asmon reacted to that one. Right? Is that how that went? My brain's on fire.
I'm just somebody who grew up loving games and who's been watching the industry slowly start to feel very hollow.
Yes,
and the spark that I fell in love with that made these characters unforgettable or stories emotionally rich, it's missing in a lot of what we're getting now. And it doesn't have to be that way. I really just made this channel to have a place where I unpack that and I talk about games and storytelling and character writing, anime soon, and overall fantasy, just all through the lens of someone who deeply cares about how these worlds are built and how their stories are told. So let's talk about Asmon's reaction. Honestly, it's kind of crazy that I'm even saying that.
He agreed with a lot of what you said.
I discovered his channel at the end of last year, and the fact that he actually somehow saw the first video I've ever made is something that's truly
I was right. That was her very first video.
Blowing my mind. But yeah, he had a lot of really great things to say, and there were a few things especially that he brought up that I really appreciated.
I think the problem is that I think this is my opinion, is that I think a lot of female writers try to write female characters in opposition to what a female character has traditionally been, what ends up happening is that you're not creating an, it's like kind of like a card, right? And so like a card like can't stand up by itself. It has to be leaning against another card. So they write this personality to lean up against the old personality of one-dimensional boob characters, and that's it. And so if you take one of these away, they both fall apart.
Essentially here, it seems like he's saying the industry overcorrected, and I thought that was spot on.
A lot.
Because really, overall, the point that I was trying to make with this video is that gamers do not hate female characters. Actually, gamers really love female characters.
And she mentioned this character in that video that I saw. So I don't know if I can even say favorite character, but one of the characters that I loved through all the games that I played Final Fantasy 13 literally once a year since it came out in 2009. It is 2025. I played it every year. Okay. Lightning, big fan, good character. People hated her. I thought she was great.
Characters. We just want good ones. And the issue here is how the AAA industry has tried to somehow fix the old, just
they're
overly
trying to change a
sexualized or
paradigm.
empty female leads we used to get by swinging the pendulum so far in the other direction. And now we're just getting female leads that are very flattened and defeminized. And honestly, it seems like the message they're trying to send is that somehow it's inherently shameful or bad if you are just a feminine woman. And they've really just stripped these characters of everything that once made them so iconic. And I don't think this part was in the reaction video, but like I said in my original...
And not just that, like in doing so, you alienate players, potential players, who are like that. Like, yes, you're appealing to this new audience, and we all know who they're trying to appeal to, but you're alienating a core group of people who helped you grow to begin with. Like, what are you doing here? You cannot cater to less than 1% of the population and avoid the other 99%. This is why studios are dropping like flies right now.
Video. Anytime I get the opportunity to play a game that has a character creator, I make my female character like as ethereal as possible. She's glowing and unattainably beautiful because my goal is really to...
I played Mass Effect 3 with the default Shepard.
aspire to the character that I'm playing. Something about her should feel larger than life, especially in a fantasy.
Quick little story. My friend Eric, we would play like the same games at the same time back in college. So this is like 12, 14, 16 years ago. Okay. And I don't remember what game it was. I think it was Mass Effect 3. He made multiple characters, and he took hours and hours in the character creation. And I swear to God, and he noticed it after I pointed it out, he ended up with the same exact character every single time. Minor tweaks. But if you like looked at them side by side, it is the same guy.
Setting. And I just don't really want to play as someone who's super realistic, like just an average looking or tired or worn down character. I have no problem.
I would not want to play as a character who looked like me or her or Asmongold or anybody that we've seen today. No, I want to play someone who's like larger than life, or maybe not even larger than life, but doesn't. If I wanted real life, I'd just go outside. Okay.
I'm dealing with that completely on my own in everyday
life. If I want flat NPCs, I'll go to Walmart.
And he also brought up Ripley from Alien, who is in fact the OG, honestly, because I just don't understand how we can have someone that complex, maternal, beautiful, and strong in a movie that came out over 40 years ago. But somehow in 2025, we're like back to struggling to find that balance. And it's not that we don't have cool female characters. We absolutely do. But the number of women in games who feel truly iconic, like they'll stick in your head for years after you beat the game, that list is just getting
stopped. It stopped in like 2015, or maybe even before that. I'm not going to pretend to have like a huge gaming knowledge. I really, honest to God, I don't. But I couldn't name you a female character after 2015. Like, gun to head, I couldn't do it.
Really short. Also, I did not expect the Trish slander. Or Triss, who's clever and compassionate. And
an absolute thought who literally got with Geralt after he lost his memories, knowing
he
that her
in
friend
on her.
that she had known for decades was his girlfriend. Does not matter. She's still doing it. The biggest generational hoe. Crazy. Like, I didn't even play the game and I learned about this. That's
now I know about
hot
it.
take, I guess. I actually really like the Triss romance, so I don't know what that says about me, but I'm standing by it. Now, to be clear, there are some really amazing female characters out there right now.
I honestly like how she's not dwelling on the subscriber gain or the view gain or anything. She made like a brief mention of that, but she's going back and adding to what the original video was. And when I started doing this recording, I wasn't expecting that whatsoever.
And I didn't even get to touch on the women in Baldur's Gate 3, like Shadowheart or Bazel, just very intense, emotional, strong, and just really beautiful, realistic women. And I'm still playing through Clair Obscur, but so far I am just loving the story and the characters. And even though it seems like we have a majority female cast in that game, what I love most is that none of them feel one-dimensional. They're allowed to be feminine, beautiful, and powerful all at the same time. And they're written with complexity, but they're not being defanged to feel safe. They're emotionally rich and visually just very attractive and dynamic.
They can be real.
And it proves that it can be done. And it can be wildly successful. We just need more of it. This video wasn't meant to list every single exception that we have. It's more to just highlight the bigger pattern and the way that so many AAA games have lost the confidence to write women with texture and flair and just overall presence.
Well, it's because
honestly, okay, so the last game that I played with like a notable female character, I guess you could say, would be Final Fantasy 16. Okay, I can't really include Tifa from the 7 remakes because I was familiar with her, you know, from the original, and Aerith too. Those aren't really like strong, multi-dimensional characters yet. If they're going to be, I mean, Tifa's like developing a little bit, but Aerith is very one-dimensional. Jill, on the other hand, I'm sitting here thinking about it. It's like that's a very recent game by an enormous studio, and she has virtually no depth whatsoever. She plays the same. She experiences no growth. She plays the same character for the entire story, from when she's depicted as a child all the way to the very end, where she's an adult, and you know Clive is presumably dead. There's no depth there, and that's why, thinking about it, I had to wait an extra second because I was like, "What the hell was her name?" Because she just didn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Characters are attractive too. That's another really big important thing that
I remember lots of characters from the older Final Fantasies, and it's not because I played them more, because if anything, I had like 130 hours in Final Fantasy 16. 130 hours. That's more than I played Final Fantasy 9 for sure. Sure. I remember Garnet. I remember Eiko. You know, like, come on.
A lot of characters, a lot of people don't understand. Western developers, especially American developers,
we don't want to see
nobody wants to
characters.
Cosplay an ugly.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you
I like how she
so much,
that.
Asmon. Thank you for shining a light on Lulu Me. And this is honestly all just very surreal, but I'm glad that it's coming from someone whose audience seems to really vibe kind of with what I'm saying. And it seems like for the majority,
because they're
everyone
gamers.
is kind of agreeing and on the same page.
They're gamers. Your message got out to gamers. That's awesome.
So that's great. But ultimately, the original video was made not because I just wanted to harp on the state of current games, but
no, you did a good thing.
Because I love games. I do. And I love what they're capable of doing when storytelling is done correctly. And when a female character gets the opportunity to be all of the things, bold, weird, funny, beautiful, complicated, and still feel like
weird. When's the last time I saw a weird character? Probably Skyrim. No, Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm thinking of the one girl that you meet like very early on with like the short hair who was like a thief or something like that. I vaguely remember her because she had funny, like she was super weird. She was super weird. I don't remember her name, but I remember that she was weird. And most characters are not weird. And my experience is mostly Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft. None of them are weird. None of them. No one has like a weird moment. There's no depth in that direction there. Of course, you know, the stakes are so high that you don't have a chance for that to happen. but I don't know. I feel like it could.
A genuine and real human being, I just want more of that. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a lifelong fan who wants to feel something again when I pick up my controller. And I think that we all do.
I think that she broke it down in a way that was really healthy, and it was intelligent, and it was accurate and fair, and just really well done and respectful.
Agreed.
Yeah, refreshing. Absolutely. There you go, guys. Give it a like, give her a sub. And
they gave her a sub.
Here, 386 subscribers.
386.
That's insane. And there's 1,000.
And then it went up 1,000 just when he said to do that.
See, guys? Good job. Yeah, keep doing it. Keep going. There you go, guys.
And they say you a woman hater. That was funny. Yeah. Great video. This video was great. It was what? It was under 400, and now it's 47,000. That is absolutely amazing. And it's a shame. What I'm about to say is a shame that she's not monetized yet. She will be. She will be like tomorrow or the next day. But that video came out yesterday, and this video came out today, which means she's not monetized yet. So these are just, in terms of AdSense, down the drain.